Alrighty, what's up Saturday night? I had quite a few questions asking about glues, and so tonight I'm going to do a demonstration on how to glue onto rubbery surfaces. I actually have a flat-lidded tumbler lid that has a rubbery coating to it, and so I'm going to show you guys how I would glue the crystals and rhinestones to this type of a surface. Most surfaces need different glues, and that's what we always have to do, is make sure we have the right glue for the right surface. So let's see if I can see any questions or comments. I can answer them for you guys. Woo! I don't break everything until then. What are you guys doing on Saturday night? Oh, hi Nia. Nina, thank you. Awesome. Yes, we're having a lot of happy responses regarding the dome lids that we have. We have the clear dome lids, and they do fit on, of course, the 20-ounce dome cups that we have, and also the 16-ounce inventees of other name brands. So yeah, that did this one in a demonstration yesterday. This is our blue mix. We released 7 new mixes of the Swarovski crystals, and that's the blue Hawaiian, and that's the color that I'm going to use on this particular lid. And because it was actually from yesterday, since our launch, the blue was the highest, the best seller last night. So I'm going to continue with the blue and give another glue demonstration just to answer questions and check in on everybody and see how your gluing on your cups are going, and if I can answer any questions. So this was the 10-gram container that we scoop. We make a full scoop, we level it off, otherwise it won't shut, and once it snaps shut, that's the amount that you're going to get in all of our mixes. And we have the 7 colors. We've got that's the blue Hawaiian. We named it after a cocktail hour, which is kind of fun. Then we have the pink flamingo. That was the number 2 seller. And then, of course, slowly was right behind it is the purple Grape Ape. That's a fun one. And I'm probably going to join these together. If you guys are familiar with Steel Magnolia's Tumbler Con, these 2 colors mixed together make pretty much the same recipe that I used on her awesome Tumbler Con tumbler that I made back in February. And then we have the Bloody Mary red mix, and then we're going to have the margarita. Everybody likes a good margarita. And then my next one is going to be the Black Magic. There's lots of shapes in this one. It's pretty fun. Lots of cabochons. Not all are sparkly. Some are smooth. Some are hematite coatings. So that's a fun one. And some opals, of course. You gotta put some opals in there. And then I think my favorite from the happy hour is going to be the Tequila Sunrise. It's just so happy and yellow. So that was my favorite from our launch last night. But what I'm going to show you guys tonight is how to glue with the crystals, the Crystal Katana pickup tool, syringes, and this is a 1-part instant glue, and then some very tiny syringe tips. So who's familiar with doing a lot of gluing? A lot of people are getting kind of interested in this process, and it's kind of fun. It's many people think it's relaxing. It's a lot of it's good stuff. Let me know in the comments if you like this blue. Let's see, am I going to, if you need me to zoom in or anything, I can do that too. So with our Ninja SuperGrip adhesive, it's a 1-part instant. Sometimes when it's brand new, you want to just kind of give it a massage. If once you open it, it comes out, it's kind of runny. It should not be runny. It should be a gel consistency. So I'll put my lid over here. And I like to always have a post-it note near, and you can kind of see it's perfect. It's in a gel consistency on here. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to load your gluing syringes, because a lot of people get confused on how to load a gluing syringe, and it's very easy. So I'm going to show you guys real quick. Hi Carol, I see question. How many of those little containers does it take to do the cup lids? It's going to take you 2 containers. And I have some that are unfinished. So this is how much 1 container can cover, and that's pretty much standard. It's right below half to like 3/4 on 1 container. So you're going to need 2 containers to fill to do a whole domed lid like these guys. Yeah. Awesome, Melissa. Yes, I do love filming when I mix them. So sometimes I forget to do that, but I've got, I think, videos of all 7 of these colors, and I'll be pumping those out nightly. So yeah, you'll be seeing that. So what I like to do with my syringes and with any glue, I like to hold, of course, the glue in one hand and the lid to the glue, because sometimes glues can kind of there's might be air bubbles in them, and the glue wants to kind of squirt out before you're ready. So I like to use, I have the barrel in one hand. Maybe it's kind of dark to see on here. There we go. And then I keep the lid in the other hand in case it is kind of squirting out too fast. So you don't need to fill your syringes all the way up, especially with this glue. This glue, you need like a micron dot for every stone. It's just very, very little. So I'm going to squirt enough in here. It's probably going to be like more like 1/4 ml, a cc, or a half, because you don't need to fill the whole thing up, but you do need enough to fill the syringe tip and then the bottom part of this. So see how it's still kind of coming out? I'm going to try to wipe that off. Wipe it off on your napkin that's nearby. You want to always have a clean glue tip going back into its lid. And then I gently close it. I don't snug it down too much. And then I always keep my syringes on the horizon. I don't let them go vertically, because if you have a runny glue, it can clog, go all the way to that tip and clog that. And when you put in your your plunger, it can squirt out more. So always keep it on the horizon. That just means kind of laying down. And then go ahead and press that forward till you get all the air bubble out. And then I'm going to put this tip on. This is a very tiny 25 gauge tip. They're not needles, they're blunt tips. And that's how I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to, I think you guys can possibly see on this post-it note just how much glue that I'm using. It's kind of hard, it's very hard to see on the napkin. So I'm going to show you in just these little dots how much glue I'm going to be putting on. And I'm also going to be using my left hand. So if I can get to the camera, if it'll focus, see how tiny those dots are? That's about as big as a dot of glue that you're going to need when using this glue. Let's see, I'm going to move this big guy out of the way and put this here so anybody can see what kind of glue we're using. It's not a beginner glue, but I had a lot of people last night asking me for something more advanced. So this is definitely one of our, I'm not going to say advanced glues, but I'm going to say more difficult to use glues, I guess. We don't use it too often, but it's definitely part of our repertoire. So we do have the very tiny 25 gauge tips, 25 pieces. We have them, I think, 5 pieces or 6 pieces, I forget what it is. And then we have the 3 ml syringes. That's what fits comfortably in my hand. You can get larger ones, but I find it's a waste. So combining the 25 gauge tips with the 3 ml syringes, that's what's going to give you this right here. It's very comfortable to hold, doesn't put a lot of strain on your thumb because it's the right size. And then I also have, I'm going to have some little alcohol wipes here. I'm not going to sand this. We do recommend to sand pretty much everything you can, but I'm not going to because of the rubbery surface. It's already strange. We would probably even want to sand this rubbery coating off completely, but I'm trying to show how to work on the rubbery surface instead of, some people can't remove surfaces. That's kind of a process that we do, and it's not really something I can teach because it's not a safe process. So give it a nice good clean with the alcohol, You want to get, and you don't want to keep touching it with your skin. You don't want to keep putting your fingerprints on stuff because this glue can actually react with the oils in your fingerprints. So once you clean it, do your best to not touch it with your fingerprints. And this is a weird coating on this, this cup, and it's like a matte coating, but you can totally feel it is a coating. So I'm just trying to show how to glue with that. Oh, Charlia, I have a question. You have a question. How is the Super Tight Multi-Grab 360 compared to the one you're using? The Multi-Grab 360 is a very good glue. It is a clear glue. It's a replacement for E6000. So if you're familiar with working with E6000, then that is the glue that would replace it and be a lot safer to use. But this is an instant glue. The multi-grab would be you have to give it, 2 to 5 minutes for working time, and then it needs a few days to cure. This is an instant glue, depending on the temperature in your room. It might be anywhere from 3 to 5 seconds. It might be 30 seconds. I have a pretty temperate room. It's probably 72, 73 degrees in here right now. And humidity is about 50%. So a lot of those things go into all the glues, but this is just a way different kind of glue because it would stick more to this rubber coating than the multi-grab. The multi-grab would probably do fine, but I had a group of people that wanted to see this type of glue, so that's what I'm going to show with tonight. Okay, and sorry, I had to get a sip of my iced tea before I get going here. And let's see, put this away so I can get going. And so I'm going to go ahead and start. Oh, you're so welcome. You are so welcome. So we've filled the glue. We have wiped off the surface. We're going to try to not touch it, which is difficult. Takes a little practice. I'm going to move this on down here. And I'm going to put, actually, how about if I just move it away? Just put the cup away, and then I'll show the actual color right there. Because I'm going to put the glue in my left hand. You can totally put the glue in your right hand, your more dominant hand, but then putting 1 and 2 dots of glue, putting the glue down, picking up the tool, putting down the stones, it can add to your timing. We are all about efficient timing when we do our projects because we're a professional company and we get hired to do this, so timing is everything. I'm going to go ahead and kind of mix these around. Hi Tabitha, no worries. I'm here all night. This might be a long tutorial. What are the syringes and needle caps for? It's for the glue. That's what I have the glue inside. So I'm using the 25 gauge tip and the 3 mil syringes from CrystalNinja.com. And that's how I've filled the glue. And it only needs a very, very tiny amount. And this is not a beginning process using the fusion tack in the CrystalNinja bottle. This is your beginning process. So this is maybe your 2 or 3 steps up from a beginner process. So yeah. Oh, certainly, Raquel. Yes, Raquel, I will, when I finish this, I will go back and update the description to have a list of what is in here. Yes, that's a great idea. I will surely do that. Okay, so I have the Crystal Katana here. It's the same one I've used for many, many months. It shows a little bit of wear on the tip because it does wear down. This is probably glued, I don't know, 50,000 stones or so. So it's got a little wear and tear on it, but I like to show how long they last. We do have lots of other tools as well. I am the inventor and the manufacturer of this tool. I have 3 patents on it. And so I like to show people how well they work and how long they can work for. And Amanda has a very good question. Do you have to seal it after you're done applying all the gems or no? And that's going to be for no. If you put any kind of coating on crystals or rhinestones, you will lose all of this yummy sparkle. It's going to coat those, and then you'll see no refraction of light or reflection of light. It'll just be kind of like smooth little cabochons. So I even have a video on that, on how to not coat them. I think I put it in this group as well, but this group is so big it's kind of hard to find stuff. I'm pretty sure it's on our YouTube channel as well. So yeah, I totally show just using water how it would look if you were to coat that. And it's on that larger tumbler that I did last week with the springtime mix, and we sold out of that so fast, which is why we had to bring in these seven color mixes, and we'll go from there. So when I start a project, I try to get my stones in a line to where I'm not picking and choosing them. Sometimes you can pick and choose. It's totally kind of up to you and your style, but we put certain mixes in here that are going to look like this when you just pull them randomly. If you start and you're just picking out all the small ones, you're going to end up with an area that has too many small ones, and you're going to run out of those small ones. So just trying to using them randomly is going to give you the more luxe look, and the mix would be a more random look. So that's why we try to not pick through them. But it's a habit. Everybody gets into it and gets out of it. Like, I totally used to do it, and I had to make myself stop doing that because our formulas, we have to do giant installations, like really massive installs. And if I can't keep my team on the same rhythm that I spec the project out to, then our numbers will be off and our budget will get ruined. Because if someone used too many small stones or too many big stones in an area, it can really be a problem on a project. So it's fun to just do these little mixes on a small thing like a tumbler or a tumbler lid. Working on tumblers is not small. Those are some big projects, and I've seen a lot of people, they're really kicking butt at it, so I think it's really awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. You're so welcome, Tabitha. Yeah, no worries. Thank you, Cheryl. I'm not sure if we're supposed to put links in this group, so, hope it's not going to be a problem, but that's why I try to always put the company name is right here so that we're not going to get any trouble from the admins. So once you fill your syringe, I have a little bit of a little kind of a drip kind of on here. I want to always wipe that off. I like to always have a clean syringe tip, a clean tool. Everything was wiped off before I started from last night. I have a little post-it note over here, and I can kind of just wipe that little, kind of give it a little twist on your tip. It's kind of hard to see it with the top, but now there's no more bubble on the end of that, and it's nice and clean. So now I'm going to I'll start with my right hand to show you guys, and I want to start from, and we'll just start from over here. You want to always get close to your stones as possible rather than to be reaching over your item and traveling. That's what we call it, traveling. Oh, it's okay, Cheryl. Hopefully they're, not going to get upset. And Tabitha, you can totally use silhouettes and patterns and things. Definitely, that's totally up to you. I just like to show this kind of a fill pattern, and then everyone can incorporate their own designs and go from there. For sure, you can use any kind of pattern, definitely. So I'm gonna put just one little dot, and maybe I'll get close until I get to my rhythm here to show you guys this one dot. If my glare, okay, good. I think you can see it. I want to keep it nice and clear. And I went live on YouTube last night, and the reception was just so fuzzy. It was really clear on here. So with that one little dot, you guys all see that little bitty dot of glue. I'm going to put this SS20 on here. It's blue zircon. You're going to put that dot of glue on there, and I kind of give things a little twist, and I'm kind of moving it with my tool here. It's already bonding to it. It's already getting very, very hard to move. And that is it. There was a little bit of smear right here. So when you're working on matte surfaces and you have a glossy glue, your glue will show. So I'm going to go ahead and press this in with my tool. And this is already on here. So you don't want to use this glue when you're just starting out, because it's going to stick very quickly. And a teeny tiny amount is all you're going to want. Itsy bitsy, itsy bitsy. So yeah, so now I'm going to do another dot, and I'm going to just keep kind of going on the camera, or maybe I can just zoom in. I try to keep it to where everybody can see really well and not have to zoom in and stuff, because sometimes the camera can get wonky if you zoom in too much. Let's try that. Is that better? Maybe a little more. Let's push it. See how good we can go here. Alright, so, and see I've already touched it over here. I shouldn't be holding it like this. I want to keep my fingerprints and oils off of this material because it will react with this glue. It's very strange stuff. It's very strange stuff. So, I'm going to put another tiny dot next to this. Kind of, you have to imagine where your next stone is going to be. And that's where you're going to put your dots. And see, that one already stuck. Super quick stuff. It is not a beginner. I'm going to put a bigger dot of glue. So if my, let's do a dry fit. So if my stone size is larger and I'm doing a random fill like this, the center of my glue dot needs to kind of be right there in the middle of that stone. Let me turn off this light. Maybe it won't be so sparkly. So you see how that little black dot is showing up? That's the center facet of my stone. That's where you want to imagine putting your glue dot. And actually, maybe I can even do it from here. So you have to remember where that little glue dot was to try to get the center. And I'm going to put it as a little bit bigger dot of glue because it's a bigger stone. So you can get bigger dots, but you see how it is still very, very small. Oh, now the camera doesn't see. I pushed it too far. It's pulsing. Let's zoom back out. Sorry, camera. Got a little pissy with me. Sorry. So yeah, I'll just try to... It's not gonna like me anyway. Then maybe I have to turn the flash back on. Sorry, guys. Because I think you can see the glare of the glue better with that flash. Yeah. So I'm gonna put this big stone on. And I always I'll do this in a big motion. I kind of massage the stone into the glue, but don't do it too much or the glue will smear and leave a mark. So I'm doing it on just a minute little motion so people can't even see when I do it. So I'm going to go ahead and touch the stone to the glue, give it a little bit of a motion, and then let go. So it gave a little bit, sometimes there. So it does show a little bit of the glue on the edge. But once it's all on here and all together, it's fine. It's totally fine. So the next one, I'll do a little one. That was probably too much glue. But we always give ourselves a warm-up when we do stuff like this. We work on something else for 30 minutes to an hour to get kind of our motions warmed up. Not sure why there's glitter in here, but I bet everybody has that problem. So I'll do another little small one next. How about this cobalt was catching my eye. Such a pretty color. Sometimes you can get it to move back in. Perfect. Sometimes it's okay. Yeah, I think it's focusing okay now. I'm gonna stay right here and try not to move. No moving. So I'm going to put a bigger dot for an SS30 or 34. There's some big ones in here. There's some 40s in here. This is a really nice mix. I must say, I do love it. And then that glue did spread out all the way. It's hard for you guys to see it, but I can totally see where it spread out perfectly. Ellie Love, right here. That's where you're going to find everything. CrystalNinja.com. Right there. And we have the Ninja SuperGrip glue with the syringes and the tip. And this is the Blue Hawaiian mix from the cocktail hour that we released last night. So lots of pretty colors. I like to go around and do this whole perimeter. Some people like to kind of just work through the end. But I'm going to continue with the task and stay on task and just do the perimeter. And I should not have touched right there, but I did. It's a bad habit to get into, or get out of. But let's do a tiny one, and a little guy. That's it. So maybe that's why I wanted to do it with both hands, or we'll be here all night, you know. Other hand, switch hands. So now and a lot of people think, oh, I could never work with both of my hands. It's just not going to happen. Until you try. I really want you guys to try. If you're looking to use this type of glue, it's a more advanced glue on these weird rubbery surfaces, using both hands is very beneficial because you're going to save a lot of time rather than having to put the glue down every time and pick it back up. I'm going to put a little bit more because I'm going to use a bigger stone. Let's use this guy. Perfect. And don't let them hang off the edges. I see a lot of stones kind of doiling off the edges of things. It's a nicer, a more attractive look if they're not hanging off of stuff. And you're not really doing a lot with your left hand, you're just barely pressing. So you don't need a lot of control because many people don't use their opposite hand for a lot of stuff. So it's okay, you're just giving it a little bit of a push, like it's just such a gentle push. Don't be scared to use your other hand. Don't be scared. And then see, I didn't put enough, or did I? Can I twist off and then give it a press? Yep, it was fine. It takes such a minute amount, guys, of this glue. Other glues, I go way heavier. Ooh, look at this white opal sky blue. That's a vintage color. It is discontinued. It is so yummy. Look at that. So stinking pretty. Let's see. You ordered a multi-pack from somewhere in there. 5 sizes, you know, 2. Oh yeah, they can get very small. Yeah, for sure. Now it looks like my screen is not in focus at all. We gotta get this under control. Let me zoom in a little and not move so much. You know, not moving is kind of good. And so since I've been waiting, this glue has made a little dot. I'm gonna go ahead and use that dot. And it looks like it's a good size to put another one similar to that guy. Another SS20 on here. And how about this next smaller one? And it's okay if the colors are the same or similar. This is a random fill. It should not matter what color you pick up. The more random, the better. And if 2 or 3 end up being the same, that's okay. That's how random can actually work. Sometimes it does. You do pick up the same stuff. Kind of give it a mix. If you hit them with your pinky while you're working, they'll flip over. Ooh, let's do this giant sapphire. Oops. I'm going to come out here and go a little bigger. There we go. Here's one. And then that's kind of where I imagined the middle of that stone to be. So now I'm going to place that right on there. Give it a little press with the other side. And there you go. It's perfect. So all of these stones, they're all dry. This is an instant glue. Super duper fast stuff. Ouch. Sorry, I was sitting on my leg like I was not supposed to be. That's a bad habit that I can't seem to get out of. But my hip says otherwise. And anybody have any other questions? I could answer other questions about any other thing, but I'm going to keep going with this glue. Yes, Priscilla, for this type of instant glue, this is all that you need, yes. And my glue dot got a little big, so let's put a bigger stone. Let's put this giant Smoke Topaz AB. It's so luscious. And there it is. That's already dry. Super nice. It definitely, oh hi Michelle, that's a good question. It does totally work on stainless steel, but I want you guys to practice on something small before you hit a tumbler like that, because, pardon me, you have to understand that it's going to dry where you put it. The other glues that we have, for Jessie, you ask about beginner glue. The Fusion Tack in the CrystalNinja glue bottle is the beginner glue. It's very user-friendly. You can move it around. You can change it, change the places. You can pull things in and out, and it's totally fine. Oh, that's too big. Tabitha, the stones can touch. Some of these I have like, I don't know, 1/10 of a millimeter distance. Just so I can have a nice negative space. I want the black to show because I think it's going to accent this nice dark blue mix. Hi Pamela, I miss your face, lady. Good to see you. And someone asked about washing. You should let all glues sit 3 to 5 days, sometimes longer. It does say on the instructions, I'm pretty sure this one it is just a 3 to 5 day. But yeah, most glues definitely need to cure before you use them or wash them. Hi Chiquita, good to see you. This is the original color. It's a black matte rubber coating that's on this lid and the cup actually. So that's why I want to use this glue, because it's made for hard leather and rubber coatings. So those hard surfaces, not the flexible surfaces. I'm gonna put a big dot for that guy and put this big, nice big SS34. There we go. Grab on, perfect. And it's already on there. Oh, the flamingo mix. Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah. Hi, we're using the Ninja SuperGrip adhesive. And I'll have all the details in the description. Once I finish, I'll go back in and update all of that information. The screen stays in focus. And even as I'm sitting here and talking, the glue, the plunger does have some pressure, so it has an itty bitty dot on there, which I would normally keep wiping off, but since it's the perfect size dot, I'm going to keep using it. I'm not even having to press this syringe tip at all, but if your glue dot is too big, you want to use a big stone. If it's too big and use a small stone, it could ooze out way too much and bloom on the other stones, which means turn white. When your glue turns white on stuff, it's called blooming, and it's actually etching on your stone, and it's too much glue. It's way too much glue. It can start reacting not well, but itty bitty dots is all you need. And as you just kind of get into a groove, you'd be surprised how fast using both hands can be. You'll almost cut your time down in half because you're moving actually that much faster. You're not putting on a few dots of glue with one hand, putting the tool down, picking the back and forth, back and forth. Junie Lee, we have plenty of them. They're going to be the 3 mil size, and then I'm using the 25 gauge, very tiny tips. We have them in smaller 5-piece packages, and you can get everything from CrystalNinja.com. I guess my hand is over the screen. Of course it is. I'm trying to work top side, or even with my fist the other way. Yes, we have plenty pink flamingos as of I just checked inventory. There's plenty for right now. Hi Danielle, good to see you. Hi Danielle. You'd be surprised, Karen. I want you to try. Using both hands. It can be quite easy once you get a hang of it, because you're not really doing much with your non-dominant hand. You're just holding the syringe. The glue is kind of making its own little dot without having to do much pressing. Haley, the tool is called the Crystal Katana tool, and it picks up any shape, any size of any embellishment. And I just got some glue on it, so wipe that off. Always keep your tools very clean. Let's do this cobalt. Very nice. And we'll just keep going with this perimeter. One dot per stone. Itty bitty, that was a little bit heavy for this particular glue, for the Ninja SuperGrip adhesive. Oh, there's 2 stones there. Another white opal sky blue. Such a pretty color. Let's go a little bigger for this guy. Let's give it a little turn. How about bigger? It's so quiet in here. You can probably hear the buzzing of my studio lights. Sometimes I get on my nerves. But I like that I can go live in Facebook and save the file, and then I can actually edit for later and kind of add some nice background music and make a time lapse and all that stuff. In my spare time, you know. Spare time. We have so much spare time, right? Yeah, not so much. We haven't had a day off yet, which is good. You will not hear complaining out of my mouth. Keeping you guys busy with supplies is awesome. Alright, I'm almost done with this perimeter. What do you guys think so far? You still liking the blue? It's looking pretty good. Not too bad. A little tiny. Let's go even smaller. Let's put a little speck, a little tiny speck with this little SS8 right there. And now, let's see, am I going to want one stone right there? Is it going to fit? It's going to fit perfectly, so let's put a nice big dot right there. And now the perimeter is complete. Thank you, Karen. Yes. So sometimes you can get away with just doing an outline for something. Like, that's super fun. Little outline. You don't have to go full bling if the person, the client, or if the individual just wants a little bit. You can just do a little bit. You can easily just do the edge, and because it's a rubbery coating, this is the glue that you're going to want to use for those edges. Pardon me. And it's the Ninja SuperGrip adhesive, black and red. And the reason why it's called Ninja SuperGrip is because the glue was developed for us for a lot of our hard to glue surfaces. It's one of the most difficult things to work on is the rubbery, leathery type surfaces. So our glue manufacturer helped us with a formula, and that's why you see a ninja on it, because it's for CrystalNinja. We share it with everyone. We like to share everything. Okay, so I'm going to start going in. I'm actually going to trim out this inside. Oh, I didn't put any pearls on that border. Bummer. That's okay. Let's see. I still need both my hands. Let's get back in the groove here. A little tiny dot. A little tiny stone. Let's do big dot. Big stone. And those look pretty good. I don't see hardly any smears or oozing, so I'm doing pretty good. Junie Lee, yes, these are real Swarovski crystals. We are exclusive with only Swarovski and have been for about 16 years now. I've been doing this a long, long time. Oh, I have a smear on that one, but hopefully it won't show up so bad. Just meaning it'll show up because the surface is matte and I'm not wanting it to show up so much. Oh, I wanted to put a pearl, right? Where'd it go? Come here, you little pearl. So cute. Such a cute little thing. Okay, now do I have room for a big one? Let's see, this guy is... yeah, he's fine. You have to estimate where the middle of that stone is going to be, so I put it a little further out rather than trying to find that contour here. Oh, it was still moving, yay. And then now, see how that tool grips that? Isn't that nice? Just place it right on top of that dot of glue. Use your opposite end to place it down. And these are already dry. See? Already dry. Good stuff, guys. This is fun, right? Okay, I'm gonna keep going with some more fill. So I'm gonna come over, and sometimes doing a sprinkle fill with multiple sizes, a lot of people want to try to keep them in these little divots that the stones make, but you can't really do that with a sprinkle fill. You kind of just have to let it go. The gaps are going to happen. That's why I wanted to use this black surface, because it's going to be a nice dark kind of a back paint without having to paint at all. It's kind of already there for you. So refillable is what is the tool. We have replacement tips, if that was your question for refillable. And the glues, you have to buy new glues, and then you refill the syringe. Yes. Hope that answered all of your questions. So let's see, let's put a tiny one there. And sometimes the sprinkle fill takes a lot of people a lot of time because they're thinking about it a little too much. They just want to pick the right stone for every single spot, and there's just no right answer. So you just kind of have to go for it. Hi Marquita, thank you. I've just had a little more practice, that's all. That's all. So I'm going to go around this guy, and I'll put a big guy. This blue zircon was calling my name for some reason. There we go. Now I got a little bit roomy there, but I'm over it. Like, let the gaps happen. They're going to happen. It just is nice to sometimes let the stone do what the stone wants to do. Like, let it go where it wants to. I had a little smear on that one, but let's continue and see. About a little bitty guy. Now how about a giant one? Let's go with, what is this one? Flip this one over. Yes, this is an Aqua AB. Ooh, it's so pretty. So pretty. Lisa, for this one, to clean out the syringe, you can actually, now definitely pay attention to this, you can leave this glue in the syringe for quite some time, for many, many days. Sometimes the tip can clog and then you need new tips. But sometimes it does not, and the next day it's totally fine. But that's why we sell more tips in packages than we do syringes, because you can leave this glue, the Ninja SuperGrip adhesive, in the syringe for quite a few days, but sometimes you'll need to switch the tip out. Sometimes you don't. It's tricky. Sometimes it surprises me. It's been like 2 weeks and it's been sitting in there and it's totally fine. So it just does kind of depend on your humidity, your temperature, a little mix of all kind of things. Get in there. Whoops. Yeah, so I hate when I slip off of one because now it's smeared. So I don't normally like to stick the end of my glue into my tool in the glue, but I just did there. Marquita, at the beginning of the video, I sure did. So just hit replay, and we were probably, I don't know, 5 minutes in, and I totally show how to fill a syringe. But I also have that video on our website and on our online classes, CrystalNinja Dojo, and that's a free class, and it shows how to refill the syringe or to fill it. Yes, ma'am. Get on there. You're so welcome. Yeah, for sure. I'm here to help. We probably get 50 or 60 emails and questions a day on what glue for this and how to do this and how to do that, and I just like to come on and help everybody on a live and do it in person. And we also, of course, do our best to answer every single email, but it does take time, so I needed a break from all of my computer duties today. Ooh, how about this Capri? Yummy! That's so nice. So nice. Little dot. Little stone. Maybe bigger. I don't like how those were touching. Bummer. Bummer. Oh, the blue peep. That was so much fun. I'm really happy we were able to do those guys. And then it raised $111 for the Gary Sinise Foundation for our combat service, which is fantastic. And that's what the whole website, 10% of the whole site this month is going to that same foundation. So that's a good thing. He's always at my husband's hospital at Balboa here in San Diego, so One of my favorite groups to do charity fundraising for. Awesome, Cheryl. Thanks, yep. Get in there. Sometimes it doesn't want to let go. I like to twist off of the tool and it kind of helps it kind of bounce off the surface, and then it lets go a little bit easier sometimes. But this glue does like a good, nice, firm press, and it will help it grab. Sometimes I'm just too gentle and I don't want to press, and I'm needing to press, and it's not in my habit to press hard with this stuff because it messes up your tip of your tool. Let's see, what's going to go right there? Should I put lots of little ones? Melissa, your website is going to be right here, CrystalNinja.com. And then the stones are in the cocktail hour section. And let's see if that'll fit. What about a bigger... Oh, what's that? Oh, that's air blue opal. Oh, I like it. That's where it's going. But then I just dropped it. Come here, you. I found you a new home. That's where you're going. Perfection. And there it went. I'm live. I just popped in. Yes, the husband left for work. He's an ICU nurse at Balboa Hospital here in San Diego. And I wanted a break from my email duties from all day today and video editing, so here I am. I love going live in this group. I appreciate everyone's comments and questions. I loved answering all these questions for you guys. So yeah, it's a good group. I'll pop on over to the Crystal Ninja page, or it's possible I'm just going to upload this one, you know. Hi Karen, Multi-Grab is a very good glue. It may be hard to get it so small, and it might ooze out a little more, so I would not suggest it on this rubbery type surface, and it may not have a good enough bond for this rubbery type surface. That's the only reason why I'm using this glue, is because of this lid has a black matte rubbery surface. But otherwise, Multi-Grab is an excellent glue. It is a safe replacement for your E6000 glue. This is a lid, Tondalea. This is the lid for this cup. It's the actual lid that came just like that. So just you know, when the cups don't come with the flat lids, or when they come with the flat lids, I'm of course going to switch it out with this lovely dome lid, or in whatever colors, since we have 7 colors, and probably switch it out. Oh my God, every day of the week. What do you think about that? Because, you know, we go from the studio to the couch to the kitchen. Why not have a different color every day? You know. Every day of the week. So this is our blue Hawaiian mix after a nice little cocktail time. Looks like everybody's been needing a drink here and there. I'll just drink my iced tea, but some people need a little bit more, and that's okay too. How about a tiny dot there? For this metallic blue, crystal metallic blue is so pretty. It's a coating. It's a metallic blue coating on that stone. Karen, these may not go on eBay. I might just list them on the website for a flat price, but I need to check with my director to see what we want to do. We also have some client orders to get out, so I gotta see. We shall see. But eBay, it worked out nice. If I can do another 3-day auction, I think is pretty good. So I want to get a nice good amount of items. It's better when I have lots of things to put on eBay, because it takes, I mean, you guys know it takes a little time to, this one doesn't want to let go. There we go. It takes a lot of time to list those things and get all the photos and all that stuff, so I gotta plan get my plan of attack down. You lost your water bottle. Tabitha, yes, you can put E6000 in a syringe. We don't use E6000 ever anymore because it is so toxic. I did use it many years and just wondered why I was losing sentences and being extra clumsy and falling and tons of extra headaches. And the warning labels are on the glue. It says right there that it's super dangerous. It is not recommended at all for drinkware. Not that we were using it on drinkware, we were using it on lots of other stuff. And anyway, when things have such a horrible warning label on them and we don't heed the warning, things can happen. So I made the decision to get rid of it. It is not in our studio at all, and it hasn't been for almost 4 years. So read those warnings, people. They're on there for a reason. Oh, you were bidding on our water bottle. Yes. Oh, sorry that you lost that auction. That's too funny. Justin, I have a 3mm syringe here, and then I'm using the 25 gauge tips. We have them in, I think, 5 pieces and the 25 piece bulk pack. So yeah. Yes, Tabitha, that glue is highly toxic, and it keeps leaching those harmful chemicals throughout the life of the item. So if you're putting that glue on drinkware, your client is holding it in their hands all day long, putting their mouth near it, all that stuff, and those chemicals are leaching the whole time, the whole life of the item. So unfortunately, I have a large number of family members that have passed away from smoking, and I still have a large number of family members that still smoke. The warning labels are there. We know the damages that can happen. But some people don't want to read, and I decided that I'm not going to be that way. I'm going to read my warning labels and protect myself and my staff through all of this. And here we are with the super safe solution. Our super tight glues are non-toxic. No cancer warnings on any of the glues I'm showing you guys. Oh, no worries. I mean, it took me, I would use it for many years. We probably spent $10,000 on that glue. Like, we used, people said they use a lot of it, but until they're gluing a few million stones a year, they're not really gluing a lot compared to what we do. Just saying. Just saying. You know. So I am getting loose on my fill pattern. Oh, I'm kind of getting off the camera. Let's move over some. But I want the black to show. I want this nice dark black to come through. Let's see if the camera will let us go closer. So I want it to be kind of spacey to show the negative space with the positive space. That's just a design element that you can use to help accentuate your design. You don't have to cram them all together. Having a little bit of space and letting that background color show through is an excellent way to show your design skills. It's fun stuff. Fun stuff. Now I have a little bit that oozed out here. That one, but it's not so bad. But again, this does take a little practice. Especially if you've never glued a lot of stuff before. In the application bottle that we have, the precision glue bottle is the Fusion Tack. That's your beginner glue. We use a ton of that glue on a lot of projects, so it's still a wonderful glue. But we have lots of glues, for lots of different surfaces and situations, and budgets and all kind of things go into picking the glue. It's never just the biggest question that we always get is, what glue for shoes? And the answer is never one glue. It's like, what kind of shoes? Like, what glue for shoes is kind of gives me a anxiety attack, you know. Susan, we get everything is on the website. Everything that you see here. Let's see, where am I going now? Do I want to put another big one, or I want to put some? I'm gonna put some small ones, maybe a big one over here. Let's see how that's gonna end up. And you can put multiple dots at a time. I don't recommend it because if you're a little bit too far and then you have a smear, it's not going to be so good. That's too big. And that's too big. How about that guy? That's perfect. A 16 was perfect for that section right there. And now I'm going to put, I kept looking at this aqua, kept getting my eye. I'm going to put it there. It's a little too big. This one is smaller. Yep, I'm going to go with the blue zircon, or do I have one in 34s? Or size 30? Oh, here's the aqua in 30. Very good. I'm going to put that one right there in the middle. No coupon codes right now because all of our items are going to the Gary Sinise Foundation. At 10% of the whole website for the whole month is going to be donated, so we're not running any kind of coupons. But we have plenty of stuff that's on sale, and if you buy, if you're looking at the stone selections, if you buy one, it's a certain price, and if you get 2 units, it goes down, and then if you get like one of each or 5 units, it goes down to like only $39.99. So we have lots of other sale items, but no coupon codes right now. No site-wide coupon codes. If you have a coupon code for another company or a different situation, then those are honored, but we don't have any site-wide. Oh, Liz from the Nail Hub. Congratulations to her. Yes, she is my heart and soul. I love Liz, and man, I'm so proud of her for hitting that 100,000 on YouTube. Man, that's incredible. That's quite a task. Actually, our beginner glue is going to be this one in the CrystalNinja Precision Glue bottle. It's called Fusion Tack. That's what's in here. It's very easy to use, very forgiving, and one of our favorites. And it will dry clear. It starts off white, but it does dry clear. Justin, do you do nails? I've learned so much from Liz. And so many amazing nail tech ladies. The nail ladies, they're more like, to me, the nail scientists. What glue for tumblers? That's a good question. It's a lot like what glue for shoes, because what material is your tumbler made of? We suggest lots of different glues. The fusion tack that's in this glue bottle is great for tumblers, and then we also teach how to use a 2-part epoxy for the glue in our professional classes, and those are found on CrystalNinjaDojo.com. We also have the 2-part Ninja Super Flex. It's a 2-part instant. So we teach a lot of different processes. As much as we can. Yeah. Oh, that's great. Thank you, Ashley. Yes, Liz is incredible. Yep. That's awesome. Yes, so you're a nail tech, and for sure to make tumblers, because you're still a designer and an engineer doing nails, so tumblers make a lot of sense. It's just a different canvas. To me, it's all a canvas. It doesn't matter what it is. People can't believe that I've done a whole car, and I'm like, it's just a canvas. Why can't you do a whole car? Of course you can. You can do anything. The pink flamingo kit is going to give you, I'll show you on this one, on this domed lid. It takes 2 units. One does pretty much a half or more, and then the other is going to do your next section. Similar to how I've not finished this one. So you get almost a little bit over a half with one container, and then the other container fills the rest. So you're going to need 2 containers for a domed lid. For a flat lid, one, as you can see, this was 1 container. I'm going to have plenty for just 1 container. Plenty left over. So it's all about surface area, and it's about how you space your items. I have a nice large spacing going on here. I'm trying to show negative space can work well with your design as well. And you're going to use even less stones. That's one way we do lower budgets for our customers, is we use a spacing process, and it uses less stones, which lowers their budget. Lots of ways. Lots and lots of ways. Trista, for the car, I can tell you exactly how many stones. It was 247,148 pieces, and I did that in 39 days flat. 39 days. 462 hours within those 39 days. But yeah. We get paid by the stones, so we know our numbers. And anyone else that's saying that there's more millions of stones on cars, I can usually show you the math that they're incorrect on their calculations. Let's just say that. Incorrect. But we're all about our numbers. We like numbers. It's funny that I even say that because I'm not a math person. I can't stand it. But it's my life now, so oh well. When you make it a job, it's not fun anymore. Just kidding. It was only not fun for a few months. Now it's fine. Let's see, who's next? How about one of these? This is a smoked topaz AB. No, that's a... I think that's topaz AB because that is the smoked topaz AB. They're hard to tell. This light is so sparkly. So sparkly. Oh, I wanted to use that. Come back. I'm going to put that one right here. Little tiny dots if you're just joining in. Very small dot of glue for one stone is all you need. It's an instant glue. It's gonna dry in sometimes no seconds at all. Sometimes you have a little bit of time. Nope, it's dry. So it's quick stuff. Sometimes we need quick stuff, but this is mainly because it's on this rubbery type coating of this lid. Rubbery stuff is weird stuff. Do I have an itty bitty? Oh, I do. A meridian. Oh, that's so pretty. Crystal blue meridian. It changes colors. It's so nice. Let's go with that guy. Yeah, he's gonna fit perfect right there. And then he drops off. Come here. About another tiny guy. There we go. That's why you don't want to use up all your small stones in the beginning because you're going to need them. But use them sparingly and try to do everything even. Put as many big ones as you have little ones. And that is one of the things that makes this design so nice using a sprinkle fill, is because they're kind of random. And there's not too many of one size or color in one area. I kind of backed myself into the corner with that one. But sometimes that happens. Lovely. Hi, Linda. Welcome on in. This is probably only my third time, pardon me, on here. Welcome, welcome. We're just gluing. I'm using the Ninja SuperGrip adhesive in a syringe and the Crystal Katana pickup tool to place all these Swarovski crystals one by one, and I'm gluing with my left hand and I'm picking up with my right hand. So it's not quite a beginner's process, but I did do a live last night that was totally a beginner process. So just scroll through or search the group for my name and you'll see my only, I think I've been live. This is my third time. Yeah. Oh, very cool, Justin. Yes, I've had this tool in the industry for 5 years now, for the nail industry, yeah. Thank you so much for loving the tool. Let's see, Tumbler, can you use Fusion Tack on a rubber ear pod case? No, you may not. It's not going to stay very long. You want to try this one, the Ninja SuperGrip, but even though you might think it's rubber, it's probably silicone. So there's nothing that we have found commercially available that will stick to silicone. So unfortunately, I have to warn you that it may not work. Now, if it's for you personally, just go ahead and try and see how long it will last. but I wouldn't do it and send that out because over a period of time with just use, it's not going to adhere because it is most likely silicone, which is different than rubber. Let's see. Mary Jane, where did you get it? Where did we get what? Everything we have here in the video is available at CrystalNinja.com. Everything you see. Of course, Tabitha. Thank you. Oh, no worries. That's not a way to answer people's questions. No way. I went live 4 times last night. So I went live in this group with one of these dome lids. I don't know what color I did last night, but there's 7 colors. And then we have, I went live on the CrystalNinja page last night, and I also went live on YouTube, so, yeah. And we have lots of beginner and advanced classes in the CrystalNinja Dojo, and that's just on the internet. That's a different website. So just type in CrystalNinja Dojo in your search, and you will find our online classroom. And I use this process, or actually I had Liz do that class when she does I think it's the little metal compact. We use this glue with both hands. So, yeah, it's good stuff. That was a little too much glue right there. A little too much. Charmaine, probably not on the ombre because we teach that in the CrystalNinja Dojo. So once I do a full class that's a paid process, then it's not polite to be doing it in live for other unpaid. So yeah, it's definitely in our paid class. And that also teaches the right glues and the more high-end process that we use. So yeah, it's out there, it's available. And it's a good class too. And I give a ton of information in all of my classes. It's never just, here's the one technique and I stay on track. I'm really good at going off track and giving you a ton of information in every single class. I try my best. This is looking kind of cute. Not gonna lie. Not gonna delete later, you know. Not gonna lie. Oh, hi, Stephanie. You remember seeing your work in a women's convention downtown? Oh, which downtown? Which women's convention? I've been to a lot of those. Not sure how many conventions I'm going to make in the next few months. Not sure how that's going to work, but I guess if this situation that we're all in gets a little cleared up, then I guess I'll venture out. But I'm good with staying right here. I have not left this house I left once to go to the office with my husband to get all my equipment to move it home, and then once to the grocery store. That's been it, man. He's a nurse and ex-military, and he has trained me for this situation, so I ain't going nowhere. Nowhere. Okay, Tabitha, we'll be here. Yeah, I'm gonna be here probably another, 30 minutes to finish this, if not longer. I'm not sure how long I've been on here. I should have took my time down. Oh, San Diego. Okay, awesome, Stephanie. Oh yeah, that was a long time ago. Yeah, for sure. Those were fun. Some fun stuff. It's always nice to do a local show because I'm not having to lug the bags and the equipment all over the town and the airport and all of that. So yeah, it's nice to do a local show. I'm not gonna lie. But even if it's I live way down south in National City, and even if I have a show at Del Mar, I usually stay in a hotel up there because I don't want to have to drive the hour home. Even though it's only, 25 miles, traffic, it takes about an hour to get home. And then in the mornings, it can be even longer, so I just stay in a hotel, even if it's local. Because I'm old and I just don't care anymore. I just want to be comfy and not have to wake up so early. Well, hi, Mandy. Oh, I'm so happy. What'd you get? What did you get in your order? What about another pearl? What about a pearl? There's 1, 2, 3 pearls. I'm going to go ahead and place just a dry fit pearl here so I don't forget to use them. Because I tend to forget. I'm going to just put one there, and then I'm going to put one, I think I saw another one here. Let's put this pearl right there. I don't normally like to skip around, but I don't want to forget to not use a pearl. Because they're just so stinking cute. Put a big guy. This big guy. Perfectly fits right there. How about a little one? Those little, how about this dark indigo? Get on there. Press a little harder, twist off, come on. Let go of my ego. Oh, I must have glue on my tip or something. Wipe that tip off. Let's check. Tip check. Let's see. How many? So Junie Lee is asking how many kits would you have to buy to cover a 20-ounce tumbler? I have an answer for you. It's going to be 8 to 10 of the containers. And I did a 20-ounce tumbler with domed lid using in between. It was probably right at 9, but depending on the fill pattern per person, it could be less or it can be more. But 10, between 8 and 10 is the magic number to be sure you'll have enough to fill your 20-ounce tumbler with the dome lid. For sure. And then once you purchase 5 of the units, the price goes down to only $39 per container, per 10-gram container. So that's a 20% savings when you purchase 5 of those. Oh, good. You got a basic bling kit, a sneaker kit, and yeah, I bet you got some good gifts. We have a lot of pretties to be given out, so we try to always cushion those orders and send you something extra nice. Good to hear, good to hear. Okay, let's see here. I heard a little chirp. I hope it's not my filming camera dying there. Alright, so what I have seemed to done as I'm going through a lot of my big stones, I'm going to have to concentrate on not doing that, so that's okay. I'll put some small guys. Let go. Let go, let go, let go. One dot, one stone, one dot, one stone. Yeah, that was too much glue. It oozed out. Ooze out. That's my professional word. Ooze out. Oh, let's go smaller. It's hard to get these itty bitty ones with just enough glue. I'm not gonna lie. Awesome sauce. Let me know if y'all have any questions. I can answer them for you. Itty bitty. Tiny amount of glue for a tiny stone. Let me go ahead and put a big one right there. I've been eyeballing it. There he goes, right there. Let's go more glue for that one. But then, yep, I do have this. Oh. Well, hello, Australia. Thanks for joining in. Let me know if you have any questions. Everything that I'm using is all available at CrystalNinja.com. 10% of our website orders for the whole month of April are going to the Gary Sinise Foundation, which helps the emergency COVID-19 emergency combat for our military first responders. Fun stuff. I might go back and put a little bitty guy next to that little guy, but I don't know. I'm trying to stay within the one container. Let's see, don't use using too many of my big guys. Left hand, right hand, left hand, right hand. See how easy? Just takes a little practice. You can do this. Every time I get a new trainee at the office, they get so intimidated, and then within, like, I'm not even kidding, 30 minutes, you're like, holy crap, this is so easy. And I'm like, I know, I told you so. Now get to work. And then I glance over and see, and I'm doing other stuff left-handed or other right-handed or whatever their non-dominant hand is, because it really is not a problem. You'd be surprised till you try something new. You don't know. Tiny dots, very tiny dots of glue on this black rubbery surface. Very tiny. And it is dry. It's good stuff. Not cured. It is dry. And of course, barking neighbor dogs. I'll never understand. Everyone's home. How about spend a little bit more time with your stressed out dogs outside that are barking nonstop? Don't get it. Don't get it. This is coming along quite nicely, if I don't say so myself. What else? What kind of things are you guys working on? I mean, tumblers, yes, but tell me more, because I'm not in the like epoxy tumbler type world, so I like to. I mean, I got to go to Tumbler Con in February, but man, that was so much fun. I sure hope they do that again. That was a blast. So much fun. Oops. Generally, this is a 25 gauge tip. The red ones on our site are 25 gauge. As you learn about tip gauges and start shopping around, you can never trust the color of a syringe tip because different manufacturers use different colors. It's the most difficult thing I swear I've ever had to learn because I bought so many incorrectly. But we try to stay consistent on our website. And a 25 gauge, a red one, is nice, tiny. That's our nice, tiny one. Itsy bitsy tea tiny. Oh, Cheryl, you got the Bling Boss. All right. That's a good kit. That's a very good kit. Lots of SS8 on that one. Tondalia. I just scuffed some pens that I'm going to embellish, wash them off. Do I still need to clean? You don't need to clean with alcohol if you've used like a dish liquid, because you're just trying to remove the dust that the sanding makes and or the oils from your hands. So you're fine. Just give it a good wash. It's good. It's good. It's good. And I like to read out the questions as much as I can so that when I repost this, if they're not on the screen, it's going to help the replay viewers to know what we were talking about. So that's a habit I tried to get into because I kind of didn't realize on the replay, if you don't know what the question was and then someone's given the answer, you're like, what was the question? So I'm trying. I'm learning, y'all. I'm learning. Let's go here. Smaller. Dark indigo is so pretty. It's like so dark you don't even think it's a blue, and then the light hits it and it's like pew pew. You are so welcome. Where's everybody from? I saw the one is from Australia. I'm here in National City, which is actually south of San Diego, California. Where's everybody from? Oh, here's another pearl. I'm using it. Chicago, yes. Australia, Yvonne, yes. Have not been there yet. It is on the bucket list. Virginia, awesome. Oh, Lake Havasu, very nice. Upper Peninsula of Michigan, awesome. Canada, got some cold places. I'm always thankful to be nice and not cold here in San Diego. Oh, Riverside, hey, what's up, Riverside? Hey, neighbor. Jersey, awesome, Ashley. Very cool. Fayetteville, North Carolina, nice. Awesome sauce. I'm going to go ahead and turn this because I'm working myself in a back corner. But look, we're going to have plenty of stones with just one of those containers. One 10-gram container. It's plenty to do. This lid, the flat lid, that comes on most cups these days. But we have the domed cups and the lids. You can get them sold separately if you want. I think the actual containers are, cups with the lids and the straw are on back order, but we're doing pre-sale right now, so we try to get everything, get it together. What do I want? I want this guy, but where am I going to put him? I don't have any small. Yeah, let's go there. You can always do a dry fit. You can always place things and kind of see where they're going to go first, especially with using this glue. You don't have to glue things down every single time. You can just do it, I call it a dry fit. And it helps plan things. It's a good habit to get into, because if you just don't know what size is going to go there, before you hit it with the glue, you can kind of check. Nothing wrong with checking. Measure twice, glue once. Instead of measure twice, cut once, we glue it. So oh, awesome. Mandy's from Florida. Florida is very nice. A little warm. I am spoiled from San Diego weather and no humidity. Good hair day every day. But I am from Louisiana, so I've put my time in with that humidity and that heat and that nastiness, so I don't miss it one bit. My husband and I are both from Louisiana, and it's a great place to be from. We are very happy we don't live there anymore. We do miss our families, but we get to visit them every day through text message or on the phone or email. But no more living there. You put some, so Junalee put some crystals on a cell phone case. Do you know how I can take them off? It depends on what glue you use, but we normally, to remove things very carefully, you can use an X-Acto knife and pry them off, clip them off. You can use nail nippers, like cuticle nippers, sometimes can pop things off. Removal can be very dangerous because they can shatter and get into your eye. So please use safety glasses and gloves. But if it's depends on the glue. Sometimes they just kind of peel right off or pop right off, but without knowing what glue you used or what surface it is, like you just kind of have to start poking at it. E6000, yeah, you're gonna have to stab at that for a while, but the time that you'll spend removing stones, is that worth your time? That's what we always try to think about. Is it a $10 phone case with some $5 stones on it and you're going to spend 2 hours scraping it off? I would probably just start fresh. Get you a new phone case, get you some new stones, and start fresh. Or if it's a, you know, a $50, $60 case that was custom made from a leather company, and then you know, it just depends on your time that's available and the cost that you put into it. So my days of picking stones off are over, unless I really, really have to, because I don't want to have to injure my hands or anything else, my eyes or anything, because of chipping some stones off. So we gotta be careful. It is no joke chipping these guys off. Alright, this thing is almost done. What do you guys think? I know I've lost a lot of viewers because, you know, it takes a while, but thank you guys for hanging on. Hanging in there with me. Yep, and there's more barking dogs. Jeepers. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you. Let's see, I want this white opal sky blue. Such a cool color. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you, Rachel. Let's do this one. Almost done. Almost done. And I'll go back and update the description to list all of the items that we used. Oh, thanks, Tandalea. I hope I'm saying your name right. Your name looks so pretty on the screen. I hope I'm not butchering it, you know. Elise, okay, maybe silly question, but the black pen you're using to grab the stones, how does it work? Well, I can tell you, because I'm the inventor and the manufacturer of this tool. It's called the Crystal Katana. Katana is a sword for a ninja, and that's me. So it's a synthetic wax on this tip here. It's my formula. It has enough tack to pick up the embellishments, but not too much towards it won't let go in the glue. So using the black tip to pick up your embellishments, and I say embellishments, not just crystals, because it will pick up glitter, pressed flowers, sequins, nail art. It picks up cake, candy pearls, and dragées. We are huge in the cake industry. You may see it called the Cake Katana, but it's the same tool. It just printed 2 different names on the tool. It has Cake Katana and Crystal Katana on the same tool. You might see it in bamboo. Our original design is the bamboo, and I have one right here. So these are the original designs, black or bamboo, and they're all from CrystalNinja. And we have 3 patents on this tool. So once you place your glue, you always need to place the glue onto the item. You never have to put it on the stone. I've seen some people try to put the glue on the stones, and they're going to fall off, because if you touch it, it's going to fall off. But if you put your glue onto your item and then touch the glue is more sticky than the tip of this tool, and it leaves little to no residue. And you can use the opposite side, the pointy side, to press down on your embellishments. I try to use the word embellishments again because we're in so many different industries. It's never just rhinestones and crystals. It's pretty much anything small you're trying to pick up in place. And that is it. I make them super strong. They are a little bit more expensive than other tools that you might see out there. But you'll buy one Crystal Katana and not need any other tool, whereas when you're buying other tools, you'll need 10 to 20 other of those tools to keep up with one Crystal Katana. And there you go. Elise, it does not lose tack. The whole black surface all the way to the core is the pickup surface. If it stops picking up, it's because the user got glue or debris or dust on the end of the tool. Simply clean that with alcohol or scrape it lightly with your fingernail to get any kind of debris off of it. You can roll it onto a clean, hard surface to kind of reshape that. I see a lot of people trying to reshape it with their fingers, which is just embedding oils into it, which is not a great suggestion. You need to keep it clean. The cleaner the better. Where was that little one? I have one more stone, or should I put it? I think I'm done, you guys. But always keep your tools clean. If you get glue on your hands, clean that off. We suggest alcohol wipes. After every project here at the office, I have the larger wipes that we keep, and I wipe everything down. I'm a lot like I treat everything kind of like a nail tech training. I get a lot of training from my nail professional friends. I keep everything super clean, so I wipe my glues down when I'm finished, because I did just finish this. Wipe everything down. I'm going to keep this with the glue in it. Maybe I'll use it tomorrow, or I'll check in and show you guys if it still works. It should still work tomorrow. And then I give my tool a nice bath in just this alcohol wipe. Keep it nice and clean. Wipe that tip off there. And that's how I do. And then once I put my stones away, I even use my alcohol wipe to wipe off my work mat. I just kind of get in a habit of wiping everything down when I finish my projects, when I start my projects, just similar to where a professional nail tech would wipe everything down. Or a tattoo artist would wipe everything down. I mean, they're dealing with skin and dust and things like that, but I just like to clean everything because it keeps it clean. You're not going to put, if you get glue on your tip and then you use your fingers to kind of wipe that, and then you put your fingers on your canvas, you're contaminating so many different surfaces. Or if you get glue from maybe your tube, kind of, sometimes these will bust at the back side, you get glue on your fingers, then you get glue on your tool. Keep everything clean, and your tools and your supplies will last a lot longer, and that means your budget will go further. So, you know, that's another little tip that I love to show, because a lot of people don't recognize that part or don't see that part that I'm doing when I'm setting up or tearing down. Keeping everything clean is kind of a must with me, when I'm doing this. So everything is super clean. I'm not going to wipe this down until like another day or so, because you don't want to put alcohol into your glue or any other, even water. You don't want to do anything to this glue until it's cured. So if you start wiping your glue down, your items down, and there's wet glue, you can smear it. If there's any kind of excess glue, you're going to end up smearing it. So I say don't wipe the wet glue, let your stuff dry. And that way you'll have a nice clean look. So I did pretty good on this. I have a few spots that are a little too much glue, but other than that, it's not too bad. And we have this left over from the one container that we used. Let's see, Michelle says, is the tip reusable or is it one-time use? On this one, it depends on the glue. Sometimes it will be reusable tomorrow. It'll stay just like this. But usually you might need another tip. Sometimes within the same project, you might need 2 or 3 tips. Sometimes the glue is just really finicky and it wants to clog. So I always have a nice backup ready to go so that you're not wasting time. So yeah, you can usually keep this just like this for a day or so. But sometimes it's finicky and you need to have a new tip. So yeah, that's my project for tonight, guys. How did I do? Hope I gave you some good tips and tricks. And now it'll go right back on this beautiful little black coffee cup, just like that. And that shows how you can accent just the top on this rubbery matte coating that's on here, using the Ninja SuperGrip adhesive with the syringes and the work mat and our blue Hawaiian mix. Blue Hawaiian. You're so welcome, Michelle. I'm glad that you guys enjoyed it. And I'm going to clean my station and get set up again, because I'm thinking about going live on my main site or my main page CrystalNinja and doing some more gluing. I might do the same glue on something else, but I'm not sure I have many other rubbery type things. But I can also repost this on that page as well. So, alright, thank you guys. I appreciate all of your questions, and thank you guys for enjoying this, and I hope you guys will see me when I'm live next time and have more questions for me. Yeah, alright, thanks guys.